All right, so let's begin. What question do you have?
Okay. So, what really makes a man choose one woman when he has many options?
It depends, right? If a guy with many options will a lot of the times will end up not choosing a woman.
Well, yeah.
That's the first thing.
Yeah,
That's the
well,
first
that's
thing,
right.
right? If he has a lot of options, you have option fatigue where you don't pick because you just have too many options.
Mm,
And they'll go from the next one to the next one to the next one. Guys with a lot of options are used to newness. Guys with
okay.
a medium range of options have more of a higher likelihood of commitment. But outside of that, it really does depend. One, they'll always choose a woman who is in better shape. Let's
Okay.
just keep it honest.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because evolutionarily, if you're in better shape, you could have more kids and the
Mhm.
kids could survive.
Even
And
if they don't want kids.
yeah, even if they don't want kids. And then it's a reflection of your mind. Now, some women have eating disorders. So
Mm.
but at the same time, it's like Ariana Grande, right? Just because she's skinny doesn't mean she's in shape.
Yeah. Or that she's
Healthy,
healthy. Uh-huh.
healthy, looking healthy. A
Mhm.
guy will choose you over the woman who doesn't look healthy. So that
Mhm.
means your skin glows. That means you sleep well. You drink water. You
Mhm.
don't like all of these is the reflection of your health and addictions too.
Okay.
You have women who, like for example, in Ireland or England, a lot of women drink. A
Mm.
lot of women are alcoholics over there.
You're
See, uh-huh.
Mhm.
And that you can see it in their face. They have bloated faces.
Okay, that's about like the I don't know the physicality, but
But it's mental too.
exactly. So
Emotions. Huh?
like what inner qualities like she has to
Self-control.
self-control.
Self-control. Yeah,
Mhm.
self-control will always be reflected in your behavior and in your face.
Mm.
If you can't control what you eat,
Mhm.
if you can't control what you put in your mouth, the food, the smoking, the drinking, you're gonna
Mhm.
age prematurely.
Mm.
And you may not have a hard time when you're young, but as you get older, the more you have unhealthy habits, the more it's gonna be reflected in your face and in your behavior.
Mm.
So self-control, and I say this because a lot of people that are watching this have addictions.
Mm.
And those addictions causes you to pick the wrong guys. You end up
Yeah.
picking guys with addictions too. And those
Yeah.
guys will always treat you like shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
And a lot of times
Mhm.
these guys are also the guys that have a lot of options because they
Mm.
party a lot, they're fun to be around with.
Mhm.
But those
They're used to having other women, so they're
exactly.
not nervous. So you confuse that with confidence. Yeah. Well, that tends to happen.
Yeah, that happens a
Mhm.
lot. And it happens with the guys too, that when you do a lot of drugs, when you're fun, when you have a lot of attention, because women will
Mhm.
come to you if you do drugs. Some women,
Yeah.
you have it. But at the same time, the good girls,
Mhm.
the girls that don't drink, the girls that have consistent habits that
Mhm.
that that focus on eating well, they're not going to be attracted to you.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think that most women don't want like the drug addict. Like maybe like they want the successful guy
That's the
or
thing; they don't know what a drug addict looks like.
well, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
He
that's
can look like with a
they
with a
could be a
suit
lawyer.
or yeah, of course.
A lot of lawyers are. I
Mhm.
mean, look at Wall Street,
Yeah, yeah.
right? They'll be
Well,
like, "Oh, I want a successful guy who has
yeah.
money, who travels a lot."
Mhm.
Well, guess what? If he has money and travels a lot, he has a high likelihood of cheating.
Mhm.
So it's like it's it's
Mhm.
it's like I don't want to be negative, but it's like you can't go after the guy that every woman wants. It's a trap.
It's a bad strategy.
It's a bad strategy.
Okay.
That's ego.
Yeah, but also you want to compete with other women, to be
It's
honest.
ego. No, it's true.
Yeah,
Nothing
yeah.
wrong with that.
Uh-huh.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, I also want the hottest girl.
Yeah, and you want like the best guy. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
If I'm if I'm a 40-year-old guy, I'm gonna want that 25-year-old pretty girl. But guess what?
Uh-huh.
If she's into me, she's into other rich guys.
Yeah, and he's going to she's going to change you like Yeah, okay, okay. Okay. Okay, so let's continue with the next.
Hmm.
So, what are subtle traits that make a woman unforgettable to a man?
You know that's all relative, right? Because
Yeah.
a guy that it's like if I because again I say this with drugs because it's such a common thing,
Mm.
but that it's hidden, right? So a guy that drinks, for example, or likes to party, or that likes to travel, is dopamine driven, he's gonna find your healthy mindset boring. You're
Yeah.
gonna be forgettable.
Oh,
Oh, I don't drink. Oh, you don't drink? And he's drinking. He's like,
why?
I can't sleep with you fast. I can't. We can't go out.
But
Like,
that actually, it's good for you because then you're going to like the bad guys are going to reject you, and that's good for you. I mean, it's
what happens
it
when you
can
like them?
hurt
Exactly. That's the problem.
like a lot, but you're going to save like a lot of hurt, like in the future, because
Yeah.
they are going to reject you.
Yeah.
And then you're going to feel better. Well, not better, but you're going to develop like a defense. I don't know. Like you're not going to get so attached to that guy because that has happened to you like so much time, that so many times.
No, because you
Mhm.
develop bitterness when it happens to you a lot, and the bitterness will make it difficult to forget because you're like, oh, this keeps happening to me.
Well, yeah.
You know, it comes down to having a good father figure.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you detect that it's a bad guy and all the bad guys are rejecting you, then like it's not bad for you.
No, because you think, but then you see that bad guy with that girl that you think you're better than, and you're like, why did he pick her over me? Like if it was by yourself, okay, but the comparison, he's gonna date someone. Why didn't he choose you? And that will cause you to lower your standards because you think there's something wrong with it.
Yeah, or that you don't have to be healthy because then he is not going to get hooked.
Exactly, but that's where the father figure comes in. Because if you had a masculine man who was healthy, you're gonna always say, "Oh, he's not like my dad. This guy's a loser."
Yeah.
You become more blind to toxic behavior when you never had a father figure that behaved a certain way to give you a standard. Fathers give girls standards about men. If you don't have it, those standards could potentially be lower.
And actually, guys like that are going to reject you if you lower your standards.
Yeah. I mean, it's that's why it's hard to change. Because when you think you changed, you haven't. Because you're blind to your own reality. You know, you think you're acting confident, but you still act in the same way. You're just but the only person you're fooling is yourself.
Oh,
You know, like it's
that hurts.
It hurts, but that's why focusing on developing discipline with your mind and body. Because when you do that, when you have to say no to compulsive behavior, you're confronted with your weaknesses.
Yeah.
When you got to eat healthy, you realize, oh my God, there's a part of me that wants to eat bad, that wants to drink. Now you've found a dragon to slay.
Yeah.
And if you're able to develop discipline with your food, you've grown emotionally, and that is shown, one, in your body because you look better, and two, in just your whole vibe because you can't change habits without growing emotionally. If you grow emotionally, you're able to say no to the wrong guys.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're better at picking like the correct guy that actually wants to have a relationship with you and actually is doing the right things because they don't want to screw it up.
Exactly. It's but you see, it's indirect, brother.
Yeah.
It's not direct. It's not like, okay, let me pick the right guy. It's like, no, you have to go inside first.
Oh, okay. Like doing the inner work to be like at peace when they say no, or they don't chase you, or they just, I don't know, show the true face that they just wanted sex.
Yep.
Or quick sex, or I don't know, you wanted like a relationship.
Yep.
Let's say.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. Any more questions there? I think there is, right?
Well, yeah. How much does compatibility actually matter compared to chemistry?
Okay. Chemistry is really, a lot of the times, if you have chemistry fast, that could be a red flag because it's a
They want
projection.
sex.
No, because you don't. A lot of the times, if they remind you of of somebody in the past, like a father figure, or if they look like your ex who dumped you, it's almost like if your dog dies, you'll get a dog that looks similar to that dog.
Ah, okay. So you feel like already she has won you over.
Yeah, so that you don't have to grieve your dog.
Yeah.
Like if my dog
already love you.
exactly, but it's really not. But it's really a different dog. But you treat them like it's the old dog.
Yeah.
So you're you're not you're
and you get a spoiled dog.
exactly. Yeah, because they're like, okay, this person loves me and I haven't done anything.
Mhm.
The first dog, you got comfortable, you're like, oh, now you got your dog dies, you bring a new dog, you're like, oh, and the dog doesn't know you.
But I do feel like, I mean, guys like just don't think about these words. They don't think like, oh, I have chemistry with this girl, or I have compatibility. Like, I think that it's mostly women that they and that we think about these kind of things, and they just feel it. And I'm curious about how men feel it when they feel compatible towards someone.
I mean,
How do they feel? Like they feel
chemistry doesn't mean much because it's just the interaction you have with a guy. So you can have chemistry with Hitler.
yeah, well, yeah,
If he's a cool guy,
yeah,
he likes
it's
dogs,
fun.
he likes nature, he likes art, but he's toxic.
Yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, just because you like it's like drugs. I love the way this drug makes me feel. But just because it feels good doesn't mean you're compatible with that drug. Because
Okay.
that drug is gonna destroy you.
So actually, compatibility is more important, of
Yeah.
course. But how do you create that?
Well, you observe it. You see it. Chemistry, you could if you hang around somebody long enough, you're gonna feel chemistry.
Yeah,
The problem is that a lot of people, if they don't feel it now, they don't
they're
go.
not going to
Yeah,
feel it
you
later.
build it.
Mm,
That's why when you meet them through your friends or through work,
it's
you meet.
easier.
Yeah, it's easier
Mhm.
because you see them every day and you don't think about, okay, I like this person. No, you just see them every day and then you talk and you're like, oh, that was cool. You talk again, oh, you a little bit longer, and then you're like, okay, I like this. We get along.
Mm-hmm.
But that takes a few days, a few weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and that slow build is really more natural and more
Yeah.
healthy. If you meet them online, first date, if there's no chemistry, may not work out.
Yeah. Mhm.
Online, it's just more quick, it's more microwave, and it causes more quick ups and then instantly
And
pull
you
away.
can create compatibility with someone online, or that's
You could,
something
no, you
impossible.
could, but it's just hard to tell because you don't know the person.
Mm.
Maybe this person is depressed, or maybe you look like his ex
Mm.
who just dumped him, and so he's looking at
He's
you
resent, or
exactly.
he's resented towards you. I
Yep.
mean, he could love you, or he could like be resented, and you don't know why.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
It's just that's why I tell people, in real life, and also when you meet them online, you could create chemistry, but you may not really know their toxic traits up until
Yeah.
it's already too late.
Yeah.
And now you
Until
like the
like,
person.
yeah. Okay. And how can you protect yourself from that? Or I mean, it's their way, or just you have to be like brave.
Well, because the chemistry is like a drug high that when you feel it, you want to hold on to it.
Oh, okay. That's
It-
why the discipline is actually
Discipline,
okay. Like,
self-control.
okay, I'm feeling it, and it's like
Relax. Like I don't know this
relax. Like,
person. This is just my body reacting to somebody who, if physical chemistry is something that's outside of your control, but but it shouldn't be what you use to choose a guy.
Actually, that's useful because a lot of the time we feel like, oh, this is a man that looks like the man of my dreams.
Hmm.
I mean, internally he's not like that at all, but you just like, I don't know, portray that into him.
That you
And then
projected.
you're projecting your feelings and your wishing and your wish and all of that. But then that's when you have to
Pull back.
pull back.
That's a
Like
self-control.
that's not healthy. Like this is a drug. I'm not going to. Okay.
And the thing, if you lack self-control in your other areas of life, you're gonna lack that self-control to pull it back.
Mm,
Just because you make me feel good doesn't mean you're good for me.
mhm.
And so when you do that and you meet a guy and also just because you feel the chemistry doesn't mean he feels it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when you do crack. I don't do crack, but if you do crack, you're like, oh my God, everyone is having a good time. And you think you
You're
look
just on crack.
normal. Yeah, but you're like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? And you think you're talking like this, hey, but in reality, you're like, hey, and so,
Yeah, you have to like.
yeah. And the worst
Okay.
thing is when you feel chemistry and they don't feel it.
Oh.
Because now it's just, you look needy. Yeah. And it's just
Yeah.
incompatible.
Okay. Yeah, that's why you have to treat yourself like with patience. Like girls do that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like breathing. Like this is nothing. Nothing is happening here. Like
I mean,
imagine him being ugly. Like
yeah. I mean,
that helps.
don't date when you're really depressed. Don't
Mm,
date when you feel when you're at your lowest moments.
yeah.
When you do that, you have it's like doing drugs when you're depressed. You're gonna get addicted
Yeah.
to the
No, and
wrong
also
person.
hurt because I mean, you're obviously seeking validation.
Mm-hmm. 1 second.
A lot of you guys ask me, how do I work with you, Father Alex? Which is kind of incredible because I always tell you guys how to do it. Well, let me make a quick little outro to explain to you guys. You guys can go to my website where it says mindfulattraction.org, and there you'll be able to book a one-on-one phone call. The prices are one for 10 minutes, $75, for 30, and I just need to hear your situation and the answers come there. Because why? Because I've worked with a lot of people. Okay. And these sessions will guarantee results, right? Will guarantee results. And if you don't like the session, you can get your money back. Just ask for your money back. Just say, Father Alex, I didn't like it. I want my money back, or else I'm calling Trump, right? Right? Deport your ass, right? We know you weren't born in America. So yeah, just click on the description down below, check it out. And also, we also have courses: psychological game of attraction for women who are single, natural chemistry for women who are in relationships, and we're coming up with a new course for women who are in situationships and single. It's almost like a combination of natural chemistry and a psychological game of attraction. I'm hoping I could have a pre-sale page by the end of this week, so just watch out for that. All right. Anyways, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys inside. Take care.
So one thing that's very important is that these things become more difficult to manage when you think this is only happening to you, right?
Yeah.
When you think that I'm the only one that guys try to use for sex, or why is this girl in a relationship and I'm not? But that's everyone. Everyone is struggling. And when you understand, because a lot of times you have a narrative about your life.
I also think that it's mostly women. Like as a woman, it's like no men you get bitter about it, and that also, um, I don't know. It destroys your opportunity with other guy because you are with that filter in your mind,
Mhm.
and that fucks everything.
And how do you get bitter? Well, you tolerate guys that don't like you. And over time, it hurts so much that you develop just a overall resentment for men.
Mm.
That's why when you see inconsistency, don't try to change them, because if you try to change them and you fail, you're gonna feel bitter.
Very bitter.
The bitterness, bitterness is a big reason. Is one of the big reasons why a lot of women end up single for their whole lives, because it first starts off, like I said, with the father figure. If your dad wasn't there, you feel bitter. You feel a general bitterness towards men, because
Mhm.
if the first man you don't like, you feel resentment,
Yeah.
and then resentment is literally what causes every form of negative emotion.
Yeah, but how to change that? I mean, a lot of women they didn't have like a good father figure,
Mhm.
so it's like, what can you do about it if you didn't have it? Like, how can you create it for yourself?
Well, you first observe your resentment, because a lot of times you're not aware of the anger that you feel towards the opposite sex.
Well, yeah.
Like me, I wasn't aware that I resented women,
Mhm.
but I saw the manifestations through my addictions and through the way I treated women. But consciously, I wasn't aware of it, but I saw it through my behavior.
Mm.
Once you can see your resentment, then you can start to write down, okay, I resent women because of this. I resent women because they don't give me sex. I resent women because they reject me. And then you start to forgive them. You start to
Yeah.
meditate and ask. This is very important. You ask God to allow you to forgive, because resentment is a spiritual disease.
Yeah, and also I think for women it's different because it's like they only want me for sex. Like
Yep.
the list is different, or
Yep.
they
Yep.
don't want a relationship with me, or I got like hooked, or I got in love and then he just disappeared, or he lost interest.
So it's almost like with women, they feel used. With men, they feel rejected.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like he just used me for sex, and I don't know. Then you don't trust the
Yeah.
guy that
Yeah.
actually wants to connect with you, and
Yep.
you're like just waiting for him.
Yeah.
Like, show me your true face now.
Yeah. Right.
Like
Yeah.
you're scared.
Yeah. You're
And
already
it's hard.
almost broken.
Yeah.
And that's why as I tell people, you can't fix this without some form of spiritual practice.
Mm.
You can't,
Yeah.
because you can't just become unbitter. Something greater than yourself has to remove it.
Mm.
It has to be some form of spiritual practice. Therapy works, true, but do you have to connect with a higher power? Because only spirituality can fix the emotional side, deep traumas. That's it.
Yeah, because you can talk about it and understand the trauma with therapy, but
Mhm.
like really, really heal it, you have to lose control.
You have to
right? Because I mean, therapy, you have to control. You control your discourse. You control the things you say, but at the end, you're controlling. And well, that's how I understand it. When you leave it like to God, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, like,
Yeah.
like I don't know, you solve it for me.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. But now, notice what you're doing. You're tapping into your feminine.
Yeah.
You're trying. You stop trying to control. When you give it up to God, you feel comfort because you know if this doesn't work, it's because it's His will.
Yeah, and also that makes you less anxious because that doesn't has to do with you.
Yeah. And then guess what? You feel love from your heavenly Father. If you didn't have a father figure, tap into your heavenly Father
Yeah,
and let Him be your Father.
yeah,
Talk to Him. Say, allow me to feel your love. And it could be anything, to be honest with you. It could be Buddha, Hare Krishna, Allah. I don't care.
yeah. Doesn't matter.
But that's how you make up. If you didn't have a father in this world, everyone has a father upstairs.
And also, I think that that's also a source of validation.
Yeah.
Because if you are a good person, you say like, okay, well then maybe I'm not treated treated well here, but like I'm honoring like the values of my father, let's say, or of the God that you choose.
It's like when Jesus was on the cross, there was a guy who was a thief. And he was like, Jesus, when you're in heaven, please remember me. And then Jesus said, by the end of today, you're going to be next to me in heaven. Meaning, if you can win if you learn to rely on that validation from God. Like you don't have to get validation from the world. In fact, validation from the world doesn't last long because it changes. How God feels about you never changes. In fact, the more you know Him, the more you feel it. So you see, this is where you don't. This is where the given control to God comes into place.
And I think that's because I don't know, the game sucks for both
It does. Yeah.
for both sexes, or at least it's difficult.
Yep.
And that's why you have to lose control because it doesn't depend on you. Like there's a lot of things going on, and like you're seeing, I don't know, media, and you're seeing all these happy couples.
And they're not happy. They're lying. A lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them, but you don't see that.
You don't see that. Yeah.
And yeah, so that's why it's so important to just, I don't know, turn your phone and actually look around you and look, like really look the quality of the relationships of your friends, because then you're maybe thinking like, oh, she has it figured out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's not like the truth. Like your inner friends, they just tell you their problems, and you're like, oh, they're just as
They're
fucked
just
as me.
unhappy. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's not obviously you're not going to be happy about it because you love them, but it's kind of like, oh, then it's not only me that it's not happy, or that she is with the guy that she chose, but she's not happy.
She's not
either,
happy. Yeah. I
because
mean,
it's difficult for everyone.
the ultimate
Mhm.
green flag is not being online.
Yeah.
If you want to show a guy that
Yeah.
that you're different, then tell him you don't have social media. Guys go like that. They're like, "What? Oh shit,
Wow.
she's different." Don't even though. I swear to God. I mean, that's something that that's actually a real thing.
That's a
Guys
part.
will brag to their friend, like, "Dude, she's not even on Instagram.
Oh.
Dude, she's not even on Instagram, bro. Like, she just lives life. She's like a granny." Dude, because that means you.
Yeah, they will marry her, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
That looks more
I don't
married
know, that,
material.
like, yeah, or right.
Grandma didn't have Instagram. If she had an Instagram, she might have cheated. You never know. You know?
She's safe.
Yeah, like granny just stays home, doesn't see your world becomes smaller. You know, having
Yeah,
a
for a
smaller
good
world.
man, because for a bad man,
Oh,
that will be like, oh, that's boring.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's your green flags show his red flags.
Okay, okay.
You know, like when you show him your green flags, how he reacts would say a lot about him. You know.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, man. What was the topic of the video?
No, no, topic. Solo era.
Yeah, but it was about what do we call it? How to. We'll see in the beginning of the video. Anyways, man, let me know what you guys think about this, man. Mod, say goodbye, and I'll see you guys next time. Now I know you guys like that video, right? But the problem is that most likely you're watching my videos very scattered. And you're understanding the information, but you might be getting information overload because you might be watching a video for this, but then a video for that. Sometimes it's best to just purchase the systems that I have that will give you more clarity. For example, I have the psychological game of attraction, which is a system that I have for women who are single, and it'll teach you how to go from single to relationship, and it'll give you everything that I know you're gonna encounter, like any objections, what to do when someone's pulling away, when it's time to open up, when it's time to close down, how to punish people for disrespect, how to find out if somebody genuinely likes you. You get all of that in that system rather than watching all of my videos. It's actually a more efficient way of learning. I also have natural chemistry, which is a course that I created for women who are in a relationship and want to strengthen their relationship. So if you're a nice girl, if you lack assertiveness, if you're the type of person that doesn't have respect in their relationship, well, then natural chemistry is the course for you. After that, we have the feminine woman, which is a self-help course for women in order to help you guys develop more emotional strength, to develop a meditation practice, to set and achieve your goals. I also teach you guys my manifestation technique that has literally manifested what I have today, right? So remember, in these systems, you get the for women who are single, psychological game of attraction, women who are in relationship, and the feminine woman, right? Each course is $99 each, right? So if you purchase them individually, they'll be $400. Yeah, $300. But with the bundle, you get them at $249, right? So just click on the description down below, and is a lifetime guarantee. So you can keep it forever. And if you don't like it, you have a 30-day money back guarantee, right? On top of that, we also sell them with the bonuses, right? Social mastery, and it's just a bunch of bonuses that I have, which is almost like double the material of the course. So it's a really good way to get a lot of value from it. And it's a great way to support the channel. So you can click on the description down below where it says purchase the fundamentals, and I'll see you guys inside. Take care.